Hello Farms family, welcome back to our next episode of The Farms with Mr. Tim Liddy. It's been a couple weeks since we last did one of these, so we wanted to get back out, show everybody what's going on. We're out here on hole number 3, one of the biggest holes on the golf course, also probably one of the most famous holes here at the Farms, maybe infamous, depending on how you play it. The first thing we wanted to show you today is we're out in the 3rd fairway. And one of the biggest issues we heard through the membership before we started the project was, you know, what are we going to do to 3? It's a great golf hole, it's really hard, but we wanted to make a few tweaks to kind of add Tim's touch as well as fix a few things we didn't like. So the first one was really off the tee shot. Once you got past that bunker on the left, how do we keep balls from all rolling towards the creek on the left and, you know, losing your golf ball with a pretty decent tee shot. So Tim, talk to the membership a little bit about how you did that.
Well, the first thing we've done is we have canted the fairway back into the middle of the fairway. So the left side now, you do not roll all the way into the wilderness, but you have a chance to stop the roll of the ball with this canting. And then on the back side of the fairway, we've done a long trench, what I call a trench bunker, which will catch the more faster running ball. So you have two new chances here to stop the golf shot, find it, and move forward.
One of the really interesting, neat things that we were able to do here to create more space was Tim found an ingenious way to move the cart path all the way to the edge over here and then have the bunker inside of that. So now if you were to hit the cart path, it's on the other side of the bunker, which means you've hit a significantly worse golf shot before you hit that cart path. Tim, now we're out here on the second half of the 3rd hole, one of the most iconic places on our golf course. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing and what's been done out here so far.
Well, we've reestablished, as you can see, the wall. So you've got a brand new, beautiful wall that will, you know, set up that left to right shot into the green. Initially, we've talked about putting in a waste bunker along the wall's edge. And you know, looking at it today, and we've discussed it most of the week and last week, is it's narrow enough. And we have bunkers on walls on other golf holes. So this was a good opportunity to just go fairway to wall. And we're regrading the fairway so that if you hit next to the wall, the ball will kick into the fairway, it won't kick into the water.
So it'll slope away from the lake rather than towards the lake.
Exactly, and that's a great peat dye characteristic. And then the other big surprise throughout the golf course, but especially here, is the acacia. We take it out and we have all of this room on both sides of this golf hole, right? I mean, we found so much room that the golf course is going to play differently. You're not going to have lost golf shots. You're going to find it, but you're not going to like where you find it, I think. You're going to have the tough lie, but you'll be able to find it and advance it. So I'm excited about that a lot.
Yeah, it looks a lot bigger and grander when you look up on the left now. It used to be kind of a strip with all the acacia. I know we're not quite done out here, but they're doing a neat job kind of carving things up, getting, you know, all these different shots you're gonna get with some funky lies and ball above, below, downhill. So
right,
you might find it, but you'd probably be tempted to make some bad decisions from up there.
It's just a beautiful, beautiful golf hole. And you know, it's great. You hit a draw off the tee and then a cut into the green. One of Pete Dye's trademarks. We're
now at the 3rd green site. You've really spent a lot of time here. I know you've been focused on this. What were you trying to do for the golfer when they play this hole when it reopens?
A couple of things. You know, as a 10 handicapper myself, I'm looking for width. And so we took a lot of the earth that was kind of hard on the left-hand side and we shoved it all away just to add some width. Gave us the opportunity to really carve the left side up, I think very much in the Dye style, where you will get so much shadowing in the evenings and overlapping of forms. It's going to be one of the, I think, most beautiful spots on the golf course, especially with the long view down 4.
Tim, one of the things I really think the members are going to love is how you push that dirt like you talked about. You've softened the walk-ons, the walk-offs of this green, which really were steep. And one of the things you've done is really create this area over here off the green where there's going to be more chipping before you get to the bunkers.
Yeah, a couple things that that as architects we love to do, and that is you don't aim at the target. You aim left of the target here. You use this slope to work the golf shot onto the green. I mean, we've purposely shaped this so that it will feed all your shots on the left into the middle of the green. And then we've shifted the bunkering back away from the green to provide more chipping areas and give us some room to do some, I think, very creative in the die vocabulary shaping. I think it's going to be really, really beautiful. I'm very proud of the work the guys have done here. And I think it'll be gorgeous in the evenings.
Tim, on the third green, you've got some changes in mind. Tell the membership what you're thinking.
Well, to begin with, in the front of the green, in the die tradition, there'd be a small bunker that gives it the supports kind of the cut shot, gives you more of a left to right feel. So you've got the big slope swinging around left to right, and then you have a bunker that guards that right corner. So even though it's a straight shot, it looks like it's turning. And then we're going to do our best to get the green as hard against the wall, is what I call it. So we will take some green sod off the left side and place it on the right side, tie it so that it's hard, again, right next to that wall, which will give you some great hole locations.
So we're not really making the green any bigger or smaller, just kind of flopping the left side over to the right side, moving it closer. And I think Tim's got a little secret with a little bit more room in that back right-hand corner to wrap it around that lake and make it really an amazing back right hole location.
Yeah, we call that the edge of the world. And so it will look like the edge of the world for that back right hole location.
One of the things overall that I really enjoy, you talked about that cut shot, is before we had a bunker in the front left. And when you try to play the cut, it was always kind of in your way, so you were hitting a draw, which kind of felt counter to the hole. So now with this breaking up the front, opening up the left, I think it really is that draw tee shot with a fade second shot, whether you're going for it in 2 or whether you're going to be hitting it in 3.
And it's good for all levels. You know, the member player can work around the hazard now, and the really good player can, you know, get as aggressive as he wants to be.
If you really try to go for this in 2, that line of charm that you talk about, that is going to be looking right at you from the fairway, and really looking forward to hopefully hitting this fairway one day and having that opportunity.